call for you. Oh, you did get them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Usually I'm freezing in here, but it feels good to me. Because I think the air's messed up. Is it messed up in part of the basement? I've been burning up all day.
And warm.
And I'm not usually hot. But
Whenever you're ready. Good evening. I'd like to call the July 11th, 2016 McCracken County Fiscal Court meeting to order. Ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Here.
Commissioner Byer.
Here.
Commissioner Wathen.
Here.
And Judge Leeper.
Here. This time I'd ask Commissioner Wathen to lead us in a prayer, please.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so thankful for the day that you've given us today. Father, we ask that as we're here in this courtroom that you give us wisdom and guidance and direct us and help to make the right decisions for the citizens of McCracken County. Father, on a special note, we'd also like to ask that you watch over the people that serve us and protect us, that these situations that are going on, that they dissipate quick and it comes to a friendly body. All these things we ask. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
This time, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. At this time, we have two sets of minutes. The first one is the minutes from the June 27th, 2016 meeting, and I'd entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Watson, second by Commissioner Bartleman. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Minutes are approved. The next, you will see the actual minutes. As it's written here, it's the June 1st called meeting. The minutes are underneath that first sentence there, so not a lot to be said there, but that being said, I entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Minutes of the June 1st meeting are approved. This time, under the discussion items, we have Mr. Leonard. We're going to discuss the rural secondary roads. It's our annual event. Appreciate him coming back, giving us an update.
I appreciate y'all having me here. I passed out a sheet there for our rural secondary recommendations. You'll see that our tentative allotment for the year was a little over $917,000. We had an estimated balance of $425,000 from last year. And going in order here, number one is our maintenance of traffic, which is $431,000 for 101 miles of rural secondary roadway. We have our judge executive expense there, which leaves us $907,000 for the year. Number three, there's the flex funds of $230,000, and I went ahead and put that on there, assuming that, as in years past, y'all were going to use that money for county roads. Next, we propose to resurface Kentucky 725 from the intersection of Kentucky 995 to the end of the new pavement where we left off last year, paving 725. That's about $318,000. Lyden Road, Kentucky 3075, from Husbands Road intersection there, 1954, to the Clarks River Bridge for $205,000, and Lovettsville Road, Kentucky 1322, from the Kentucky 1837 intersection to New Hope Church Road for $155,000. That brings us to about 7.43 miles for $906,000 of our budgeted $907,000. So we're pretty much scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Any question? Or any question on that part?
I was going to say the flex funds. I did get the email from to approve the county recommendation. I did get that and have that sent up. So everything should be good to go on that.
Very good. Any questions or comments? Thank you. Appreciate you being here.
All righty. I do appreciate it. As in years past, just as a heads up there, I'll need a copy of the approved minutes showing that y'all approve the recommendations whenever y'all get those approved.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Next, we have a discussion item, which is the second reading of ordinance 2016-11, the pauper dispositions. This time I'd entertain a motion. Motion by Commissioner Bartleman, second by Commissioner Watson. Any discussion?
Discussion will be that I will vote no again. I do appreciate, Judge, you compiling all the information from us from the additional counties, but I feel like one of those people that until you've walked in my shoes or walked in my moccasins, as the old Indian adage used to be, and I've been there. I was proud of the fact that we take care of our pauper burials as we have in the past. I know it's been expensive, but I also feel like it's very an obligation that government should take, and so I will be voting no again.
Any other discussion, any comments from the audience? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
No.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye. Thank you. Motion's approved. Next, Mr. Williams, the road engineer's report.
We have a lot of topics, but one of them has a lot of meat in it, I guess you can say. The big topic I have, I guess, is the damage from last week's storms. Since Wednesday afternoon, we've had around 50 different roads with trees that were blown down across the road. Some of those roads had multiple trees that were down on them. Some of the trees landed in power lines, so we had to leave a few of those in place until the power company did come and take care of those. One example of that was Massac Church Road. We reported it to the power company on, say, Wednesday, and they had so many they were getting to. It was Friday before we could get that opened up. One tree we had Friday night on Old Calvert Drive, it came up above my waist, laying flat on the ground, so that was a monster that we had to deal with also. We are asking the public to please be patient. We do have a lot of trees that we're getting them picked up as quick as we can, and it's going to take quite a while. To tell you a little bit about the overtime that it's taken, all of last year, the guys averaged on the crew about 60 hours of overtime each. Just since Wednesday, the average guy there has gotten about 8 hours, a little over 8 hours of overtime. So you're looking at about already 13% of the overtime that they got all of last year. That includes snow and ice and everything last year. So it was an expense, and we're trying to keep up with that in case there's some kind of federal money or something that could come back to us. I do want to mention how the crew reacted last Wednesday. When we saw the storms coming in, we thought, hey, it looks pretty bad. We might ought to keep a couple guys over. The closer it got to quitting time, we started getting a lot of calls. Some of the guys, they at first had turned the overtime down. They had other plans, or other guys just simply don't like working overtime. But when they saw all the calls that we were getting and the amount of damage we had, every one of them on the crew dropped their plans and made arrangements. I know picking up their kids from daycare and all that stuff. Every one of them stayed and helped out, and their job came first when they saw the emergency come up. Up until the storms hit, we were preparing the roads for paving. We're doing some base failure repairs and cross drain repairs. I still do plan to get back on that as quick as we can, and I'd like to start giving the contractor, start sending him some roads that we'd like to get paved this year. as soon as we can, as soon as the roads are ready. But I don't want them going over and paving something that's going to have a bad pipe under it that we're going to have to come back and tear the new pavement up and put a pipe in it. So, but we do plan on start giving those roads to the contractor. And really, that's all I've got this evening. Anybody have any questions? Or
I've got a question. You mentioned you'd be back to pick up trees. If a tree fell down and went across the road, and you cut it and you moved it to the side of the road temporarily, they're the trees you'll pick up, is that correct?
yes, we do plan on going back and picking those up, the ones that are in the ditches.
If somebody had a tree that went down in their backyard and they cut it up and put it out at the road, you will not pick those up, is that right? We have no
Those are not for us to pick up,
right?
no.
Okay.
Those are not ours.
I know, I've seen some areas where people have done that, and I don't know if they expect the county or somebody to come through and pick it up, or they may have arrangements for somebody to come pick it up, but the county will not pick up those limbs, is that correct?
I've not heard of that happening yet.
But
None of our
programs or no way
guys
we
have
can-
mentioned
we
that,
can
but
do that, okay.
they do know that it's just what's on right of way is what we'll get, and what
Appreciate
came
it.
off of us.
Appreciate the work they all did. I know out in Reedland on the Cold Springs Road and that area back in that area of Reedland, there were a lot of trees down there. I don't know how many of them are across the road. I know there was one, I went back there was some wires tangled up, and it took a couple days to get that
It
cleaned
did.
up. But
It did.
appreciate-
Holmes Avenue or Street was another one that had a.
Appreciate the work everybody did on that, because it was pretty bad for a couple days.
Yeah, we also had some pipes that did a lot of washing out around them, but we're having to repair those too. So, all right, thanks.
Thank you. Before we move on, I'd like to comment first on your crew there. Mr. Williams, they are a class act, and they've responded every time we've had an issue since I've been in office, and I appreciate them and your service, but I'd also like to point out the sheriff's in the back of the room, as he always is, humble and quietly, but he represents a whole lot of people, first responders that did their job the other day too, and late in the night, a couple of different times. We talk about it like it was one event, it just kept happening. It seemed like it kept coming after us, so we appreciate everybody that served our citizens and did their job, the Sheriff's Department and your group and all the first responders, DES, everybody. Appreciate it very much.
Judge, our driver in our Great All that was in the accident, number one, is the driver okay, and then number two is the Great All okay?
Yes, on both.
Good,
The
good.
driver was really shook up. He was worried about what might have happened to the guy driving the smart car, but he said he got out, and the guy in the smart car got out of his car and just had a few scratches on his hand and a sore wrist. So.
Good.
Everybody was lucky on that.
Wow.
Appreciate you. Any other comments? Seeing none, this time we'll do budget transfers. Ms. Brown?
We need a motion on those.
So moved.
Motion for budget transfers for July 11, 2016.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Wathen. Have any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper?
Aye. Next, the accounts payable, Ms. Brown.
That total $804,211.68.
Motion?
So
A question? Motion by Commissioner Bartleman, second.
Second.
Commissioner Byer, you have a question?
that's unusually high, but that's because of insurance payments, is that right? There's a lot of insurance due.
Our workers'
One time,
comp
workers'
and
comp.
property and liability are all due the first
Right.
quarter of the fiscal year.
Yeah, looking through it, that was a big thing that took it far beyond the normal. Thank you.
Thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper?
Aye. Next, we have the court orders, Madam Clerk.
It is ordered that Ballard County Sheriff's Department be paid $12,633.68 on behalf of Road Deputy Jeremy Renfro for his early termination of his contract with Ballard County. Jeremy Renfro was hired as a road deputy from McCracken County at the June 27th fiscal court meeting. If Jeremy Renfro leaves his employment with McCracken County Sheriff's Department within 36 months of his hire date of June 30th, 2016, he must immediately pay this entire amount to the McCracken County Fiscal Court.
Motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Wathen, second. Commissioner Barlow. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that Doug Abernathy's employment with the McCracken County Sheriff's Department be terminated June 30th, 2016, and shall be reinstated with the McCracken County Sheriff's Department effective July 1st, 2016, to comply with the provisions of House Bill 364. HB 364 allows for the rehire of retired law enforcement officers without the county or the employee paying additional retirement contributions.
Motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Byer,
Second.
second by Commissioner Watson.
Are there any savings of any other benefits, insurance or anything?
Their health insurance as well.
So we save retirement and insurance.
Correct.
Any other questions, comments? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that George Johnson's employment with the McCracken County Sheriff's Department be terminated June 30th, 2016, and shall be reinstated with the McCracken County Sheriff's Department effective July 1st, 2016, to comply with the provisions of HB 364. HB 364 allows for the rehire of retired law enforcement officers without the county or the employee paying additional retirement contributions.
Motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Watson, second.
Second.
Commissioner Byer. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that McCracken County Deputy Sheriff Michael Ray's annual salary be adjusted to $48,000, less statutory deductions effective June 30th, 2016. This salary includes the annual $4,000 incentive pay. The incentive pay is reimbursed by the state on a monthly basis at 100%.
Motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that McCracken County Deputy Sheriff George Johnson's annual salary be adjusted to $48,000, less statutory deductions effective June 30th, 2016. This salary includes the annual $4,000 incentive pay. The incentive pay is reimbursed by the state on a monthly basis at 100%.
Motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Bartleman, any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that McCracken County Deputy Sheriff Jeremy Renfro's annual salary be adjusted to $44,000, less statutory deductions effective June 30th, 2016. This salary includes the annual $4,000 incentive pay. The incentive pay is reimbursed by the state on a monthly basis at 100%.
Motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Wathen, second. Commissioner Byer. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that Samantha Vaughn's salary has been increased from $23,026.50 to $25,000, or $12.82 per hour, for 1,950 hours per year, less statutory deductions. She is a child support caseworker.
Motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that Kristen Spears' salary has been increased from $28,988.40 to $29,278.28, or $15.01 per hour, for 1,950 hours per year, less statutory deductions. She is a child support caseworker.
Motion by Commissioner Bartleman. Did I
Second.
hear? I didn't. Commissioner Watson, excuse me. Second.
Yep, second.
Commissioner Byer. Excuse me. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that Temple Bradley's salary has increased from $59,000 to $59,000 $59,590, or $30.56 per hour, for 1,950 hours per year, less statutory deductions. She is the Child Support Office Manager.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer. Second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that Abigail Barnes' salary has been increased from $80,000 to $80,800, or $41.44 per hour, for 1,950 hours per year, less statutory deductions. She is an assistant county attorney.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to accept the resignation of Nick Parmley from his position with the Road Department effective June 30th, 2016. He leaves with no days to be paid.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered effective Tuesday, July 12, 2016, that Jeremy Willett be hired full-time as a laborer at the Road Department at a rate of $10.50 per hour, less statutory deductions.
Motion. Commissioner Bartleman, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered effective Monday, July 18, 2016, that Dan Bills be hired full-time as a laborer at the Road Department at a rate of $10.50 per hour, less statutory deductions.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that McCracken County, Kentucky, the current lawful title holder of a 2000 Nissan Sentra, VIN number 3N1CB51D9YL 329626, shall cause the McCracken County Clerk's Office to transfer title to the aforesaid vehicle to Easy Way Auto Sales, 2901 Irvin Cobb Drive, Paducah, Kentucky 42003. And that the McCracken County Clerk's Office shall provide a record of title transfer to said entity.
Motion. Motion by Commissioner Byer,
Second.
second by Commissioner Bartleman.
Explain this, what that is.
Yes. What has happened, the Nissan Sentra, it was, a lien was missed on this vehicle. It became damaged, and so when it was auctioned off, there was an amount of funds that were received. The note, okay, Sheriff, you want to clarify this? I'm trying my best. I'd rather get it exactly right.
This vehicle was seized in a drug investigation, and while it was being held at our impound yard at the public safety building, when we had the last flood over there and the car flooded, the insurance company paid the county $3,800 and some odd dollars for the damage to the vehicle. It was later, once the case was disposed of in circuit court, there was a court order awarding the vehicle to the county. The county had already been paid the flood damage from the insurance company. It was at that time there was a lien found on the vehicle, which entitles the lien holder to the money from the insurance company in the vehicle to satisfy the lien requirement. And that's the reason for the court order. We've got to, as I understand it, talking to the county attorney and the circuit judge in this case, we would need to return the money that we received from the insurance company to the lien holder as well as the vehicle.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Sheriff. Any other discussion? I got a motion, second. Ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is hereby ordered that McCracken County, Kentucky remit payment to Easy Way Auto Sales, 2901 Irving Cobb Drive, Paducah, Kentucky, 42003, in the amount of $3,099, with such amount representing the amount of insurance proceeds received by McCracken County due to the total loss of the aforesaid 2000 Nissan Sentra as a result of a flooding event.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to approve the McCracken County Clerk's monthly report of ad valorem tax collection and distribution for the month of June 2016 in the amount of $476,548.75.
So moved.
Motion by
Second.
Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to approve the McCracken County Clerk's monthly report of delinquent tax collections and distributions for the month of June 2016 in the amount of $81,621.16.
Motion,
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that McCracken County Deputy Clerk Supervisor Debbie Durbin's salary be adjusted to $49,366.70, less statutory deductions, effective July 1st, 2016.
So
Motion,
moved.
Commissioner Wathen, second.
Second.
Commissioner Byer. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that McCracken County Deputy Clerk Christy Noth's salary be adjusted to $25,977.36, less statutory deductions, effective July 1st, 2016.
Motion,
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that McCracken County Deputy Clerk Suzanne Sanderson's salary be adjusted to $41,099.22, less statutory deductions, effective July 1st, 2016.
Motion,
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that McCracken County Deputy Clerk Chris White's salary be adjusted to $25,977.36, less statutory deductions, effective July 1st, 2016.
Motion by Commissioner Bartleman,
Second.
second by Commissioner Byer. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to pay the McCracken County Humane Society $18,125 for the month of July 2016.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to pay budget expense items for July 2016 and charge the respective account County Clerk Salary 01-5010-101 $50.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second.
Second.
Commissioner Byer, thank you. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to enter into an agreement with 5H Technologies to provide environmental services associated with the installation of power to the soccer complex concession stand.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that the fiscal court accept the resignation of full-time deputy jailer Don Corbin effective June 19th, 2016. He has 7 vacation days accumulated and 7 sick days.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byers, second.
Second.
Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that the fiscal court accept the resignation of full-time deputy jailer Willie Purtle effective June 28, 2016. He has no time accumulated.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second.
Second.
Commissioner Byer. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that Josh Saunders be hired as a full-time deputy jailer effective July 1st, 2016, at an hourly rate of $12 per hour less statutory deductions, all of which are subject to further order of the court.
Motion.
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, thank you.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that Cassandra Skinner be hired as a full-time deputy jailer effective July 6, 2016, at an hourly rate of $13.25 per hour less statutory deductions, all of which are subject to further order of the court.
Motion.
So moved.
Commissioner Byers, second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to file a copy of the contract with the KYTC roadside inmate work crew with the fiscal court.
Motion.
So moved.
Commissioner Byers, second. Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to file a copy of the McCracken County jail fees with the fiscal court.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second.
Second.
Commissioner Byers. Any discussion?
Yeah, which fees are these? Are these the fees paid by the state or the fees that inmates pay or?
I didn't get a copy of it, but I would assume it was the fees the inmates that are paid to the jail. Because I don't think there's this fee for the get from the state.
Okay.
You want to pass over and get an answer?
Yeah, can we pass over the?
Let's pass over for a minute. Come back to item E. Next, the item FF. No, I'm sorry. We passed over DD, excuse me, correction, and move on to E. Madam Clerk.
It is ordered to present the fiscal court the results of the previous bid opening for food service. The food service account was awarded to Kelwell Foods.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byers, second.
Second.
By Commissioner Bartleman. Any further discussion? I'd like to publicly thank the jailer for his efforts to try to save money. He's been through the bidding process and was very thorough and actually talks with other jails and makes sure he gets a quality product for the lower price as possible. And as the judge of the county, I certainly appreciate the effort he puts into trying to save money. That being said, I'd ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to present the fiscal court the results of the previous bid opening for commissary. The commissary account was awarded to Trinity Services.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second.
Second.
By Commissioner Byer. Any discussion?
Usually have 3 bids, usually. Minimum.
Yeah, for something like that, they would have to. Any other discussion? Comments? Seeing none, ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to approve the monthly distribution to the McCracken County Conservation District for July 2016 in the amount of $2,083.83.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask the clerk to call the roll.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to proceed with the notice of intent to finance the Energy Savings Performance Contract upon approval from the Department for Local Government.
Motion?
So moved.
Commissioner Watkins, second.
Second.
Commissioner Byer. As you all know, we had a hearing earlier. That was the local hearing. We'll have another hearing as quickly as possible, as quickly as we can get that set up, and this will allow us to move quickly on getting that process started. It's been too long coming, and we're ready to get going, so I appreciate your all's consideration of this effort. Yes.
I'd like to, again, commend the county judge and the deputy judge, and I guess the county attorney, anybody else, the treasurer that's involved in that. The way that's being financed will save us a lot of money. Traditionally, when you do financing, sometimes it costs 1% to 2% of the total amount being borrowed. In the way this is being done, there will be no extra fee involved in the borrowing, and it will save us quite a bit of money over the term of the contract. And I want to commend anybody who was involved in that, because it's again, it will save the county a lot of money over that. So I commend whoever deserves to be commended for it, because it was a good thing that was done with that. I also want to commend the judge for his negotiations with the administrative office of the courts to make sure that the state that leases some of the space here didn't reduce the amount they pay for rent, thus eliminating the savings that we would have with it. So the savings that we will have will, over the 15-year life of this, will pay for the energy work that's being done and make things more efficient. And I appreciate the hard work everybody's done on that.
Any other comments? Seeing none, ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Watley?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to approve Judge Executive Bob Leeper to sign the Energy Savings Performance Contract with the Energy Systems Group, 1020 Burlington Lane, Frankfort, Kentucky.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any other discussion? Seeing none, ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that $34,116.50 be paid to Barkley Regional Airport, same being the first quarter budget allocation for fiscal year 2016-2017.
Motion.
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, second. Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that $62,500 be paid to Paducah Economic Development, same being the first quarter budget allocation for fiscal year 2016-2017.
Motion.
So moved.
Commissioner Wathen, second.
Second.
Commissioner Byer. Excuse me. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that $12,500 be paid to Entree Paducah, same being the first quarter budget allocation fiscal year 2016-2017.
Motion.
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen.
This reflects the amount we approved in the budget for this fiscal year, right? Which was a
Correct.
slight reduction, and reallocate some of those funds, right?
Correct.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that $58,767 be paid to Nancy Bach, McCracken County Property Valuation Administrator, same being first installment of the county's statutory obligations to the PVA for fiscal year 2016-17.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second.
Second.
Commissioner Byer. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to pay McMurray and Livingston legal fees of $647.50 for property acquisition of 514, 518, and 522 Clarence Gaines Street, or formerly South 7th Street.
So moved.
Commissioner Byer, second.
Second.
Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion?
I have a question. Well,
Yes,
do
sir.
we plan to clear that property?
Yes.
That'll be
Yeah.
happening pretty quickly.
Hopefully, we're in the process.
Thank you.
Getting proposals. Other discussion? Questions? Seeing none, ask clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
And Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered $43,400 be paid to Child Watch CASA for fiscal year 2016-17.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byers, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that Aaron Carter's position as deputy coroner be terminated effective July 1st, 2016.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen. Second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer,
No.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that...
Just a second.
Oh,
We need to go back to, do you have an answer on the,
I move we approve it. I think it's a routine thing we
It's
do.
a requirement by the auditor.
Yeah, it's a requirement. We do that, so I
all right?
have enough confidence in the jailer that it's,
Go
it's
back,
routine. We do that every year, so I'll move we approve that
go back to item DD.
if we need a motion.
Do you read that again? Tell me, do we already have a motion on it?
a
Commissioner
second.
Wathen and I second.
Okay, thank you. So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye. Now, Madam Clerk, I want to, because we're dealing with the next item is the union contract, I wanted to go into executive session for a brief moment.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Judge, let me ask, do we need to approve the state's road contract, as he said, so that he can institute that? Because he said as soon as you approve that, please get me a copy of that approval. I don't want to,
It just needs to be noted in the minutes.
We need to approve
at the report as presented,
it. Yes.
I'll make that motion that we accept the report of the state engineer for the rural secondary recommendations, District 1 for McCracken County.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. A motion from Commissioner Byer, second Commissioner Wathen to approve the presentation of the secondary road plan. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask the clerk to call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byer,
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen,
Aye.
and Judge Leeper.
Aye. That being said, I'd entertain a motion for executive session prior to the vote on
I
that.
hereby move the board go into closed session for discussion of matters pertaining to the following topics: collective bargaining with public employees as permitted by KRS 61-810-1E.
Have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Wathen. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Step out just for a brief moment.
Who made the motion? Who did the second on that?
I did.
And you, okay.